morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? It's Sunday morning, and I just finished doing a makeup tutorial because my mentor was like, look, I need you to show me and the other people that have to do my face for camera and for television how to do it. Okay, so there's like a couple looks that I do for her. So I was filming the gist of it so she can communicate what she likes, her staple looks. And yeah, so that's exciting. But in the meantime, in between time, let's get to some good tea. The tea is so good this morning. Let me tell you guys, I am fired up about it. What's funny is that, let me tell you, I love when it's just exactly what's been in your spirit. Ugh, why am I ashy? Ugh. Anyway, can you hand me that, please? Thank you. So I love when the tea is exactly what's necessary. And it just feeds your soul. It's already the level that you've been vibrating at. Good morning, good morning. Say good morning, guys. Look, I know for some of you guys it's good afternoon. Hello, Kenya in the building, like actually like the location, Kenya. What's up, Paris? So listen, let's talk word of the day. Let's talk the meetups that we have tomorrow, virtually and in person. Let's get into it. So the word of the day this morning was so appropriate because it was just in my, I just had this faith message in my heart, in my spirit for myself personally, things that I want to do that, you know, require, it's just up levels. And so every time the level goes up, you need more faith. And yes, I still got on my pajama shirt. Every time the levels go up, you need more faith. You need more faith. Good day from New York. Hello, hello. What's up? Say hi, Leah, Toya Knowles, Felicia Mack. What's going on, guys? So listen, I was thinking about faith and I was thinking about my vibrations and everything that I want to up level and, you know, just checking myself to make sure that I wasn't out of integrity with what I say I want versus what I'm actually doing. And so everything that I do in my life requires some massive faith. 0 and in snow in Iowa. Oh my goodness. Girl, I love that Vaseline. LOL. I thought I was the only one to still use. Girl, I live in Vaseline. It's the only thing that worked for me. Vaseline, gel, Vaseline, and the actual like Vaseline. I got this plus the gel, and it keeps me right. Okay, so listen. The word of the day says, we walk by faith and not by sight. As you take faith, steps of faith, depending on me, I will show you how much I can do for you. So God is saying, as you take steps of faith. So what does that mean, guys? What does a step of faith look like? Let's really think about that for a second. What does a step of faith look like? Step of faith is when you are going to step out and do something that you normally wouldn't do. That goes against what your inner person who's like, I got to protect you. See, we all have that thing inside of our mind. It says, no, don't do that. You're going to look stupid. No, don't do that. You're going to look silly. They're going to, who do you think you are? Oh my God, are you trying to be broke? Where are you going for that? Oh my God, what is wrong with you? There's that voice. And so we all have it. We all experience it. No matter what, every single time you elevate, you experience that same little voice. And so what this is telling us to do is walk by faith and not by what we see. So you see with your eyes. So you may have woke up this morning and you saw that your house was a mess. But if you held the clean picture of your home in your mind and you hold it all the time and you know that's how you aspire to live, you will begin to take those steps toward the picture in your mind because that's really what you align to. Understand, guys, understand you really align with what's in your mind. So we don't walk by what we see. It says we walk by faith. You have faith in yourself that for some of you, I'm at my business owners. You have faith. You started the business. Somewhere you had the idea that I'm going to start this and it's going to work. Somewhere, even if it was this small, you had this much faith that it's going to work. Or else you would just go get another job, right? And that's not to knock jobs. Jobs are a blessing. Jobs are an investment in you, right? And so, listen. It says walk by faith and not by sight. And so I'm challenging you guys. I'm encouraging you guys on this morning to not just be worried about what you see. Because if you only are worried about what you see, you're going to be making decisions and taking actions that are really short term, that are really going to shortchange what God really has for you. It says as you take steps of faith, depending on me. Notice what it says is that real faith, you have to depend on God. So there may be a weight loss challenge you want to do. There may be a financial challenge you want to do. There may be something that you're up to, and it says that you take the steps of faith depending on God. So don't take your steps of faith worried about what you know how to do, because this ain't about you. This is not and has never been about you. Okay, so it requires you to actually do something that goes against, like, you have to defy gravity, right? I will show you how much I can do for you, says God. I will show you how much I can do for you. If you live your life too safely, all my people who scared to rock the boat, if you live your life too safely, you will never know the thrill of seeking me and seeing me work through you. And so I can tell you this. A lot of my joy comes from all the I've overcome so many things, big and small. I've overcome so many things. And so, my energy is kind of it's because I just know everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. What's the song? Everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. Who is that? Bob Marley. No Woman, No Cry. I love that song. When we get to the little part in the show, everything's going to be all right. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright. I love that, because at the end of the day, there's a million times you worried and everything turned out okay. At the end of the day, there's a million things that you thought weren't gonna work and it worked. And you're like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God. That's the perfect phrase. Oh my God. That's how we should say it. It shouldn't be like, oh my God. Like, what? That shouldn't be the phrase. Let's change that. How many times do we say, oh my God, 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 I'm panicking. Let's reassociate the OMGs, okay? It should be like, oh my God. Claim them and be excited about it. Oh my God. Because that's how we roll. He got me. It's going down. That's what we should have OMG really mean. Like, you're celebrating, oh my God is awesome. My God is awesome. We use my God so much. We got to be careful about that, right? So listen, it says, when I gave you my spirit, I empowered you to live beyond your natural ability and strength. When I gave you my spirit, each and every one of you, including me, I empowered you to live beyond your natural ability and strength. What does that mean? So you have the power within you. A lot of times we think it's something outside of us, but you have the power within you to go beyond what you think you can and cannot do. Come on now. It says that's why it's so wrong to measure your energy level against the challenges ahead of you. So how many times have something come up and we're like, oh, I can't. I just can't even deal with this thing. I just can't. It's coming. Oh my God. It says it's wrong to measure what you have the capacity to do based on what you got, because it's not about you. God gave you the strength, and he'll never put more on you than you can bear. So whatever your experience is, you can handle it. You can handle it. Enough said. Right, Leonard. Right. Good morning. What are you reading? Jesus Calling. Jesus Calling. It's an app. It's free. I love it. I plug into all kind of stuff. Yeah, I still read Proverbs all the time, matching the day. So I would read Proverbs chapter 11 today. I love Jesus Calling app. It's a free app. Just literally type in Jesus Calling, and it's a free app that's available. And so I just go back and forth, right? And so it says the issue is not your strength, but mine. The thing is, it ain't about your strength. It is not about your ability. It is about God's strength and God's ability. And the more that you and I can actually focus on what he can do, we will understand that he's limitless. And it says, this issue is not about your strength, but mine, which is limitless. By walking close to me, you can accomplish my purposes in my strength. So the more that we plug into God and we take inspired action from our plug-in moments. So after you watch this, you may be inspired to do something. Understand that that's how it works. You actually align with God's scripture, you get the word, and then you just sit and hear the inspired thing to do. And then you do it by faith, understanding that I don't need to understand all the time. Come on, somebody. Understanding that I don't need to understand all the time. I got inspired to do this thing, so I'm going to just do it to the best of my ability. There's a scripture that says, do your work unto God. So when I do hair, I don't do it to please the person. I do my work unto God. That's why I had a successful, and any day I ever touch hair, because it just worked. I do it unto God. I was trained that way. I grew up in church that way. That was the rule. So when you think about everything you do should be done unto God, right? And it takes practice. Everything ain't gonna be perfect. You're not gonna be perfect. There's no such thing. But if you practice doing things unto God, if you practice doing things with excellence, and that's all that just with excellence, to the best of your ability. And what you can't do, trust and know that God's gonna fill the gap. Trust and know that God's gonna fill the gap, right? And it's saying, do it unto God. By walking close to me, you can accomplish my purposes in my strength. I love that. It's so eloquently said. You can accomplish my purposes in my strength. So that means you're going to be able to do things that you would have never imagined with strength that you would have never knew you had if it had not been for God. Come on, somebody. So the scriptures that support this reading today is 2 Corinthians 5 and 7, one of my favorite scriptures, which is just, we walk by faith, not by sight. That's like an order. That's like a rule. We walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by sight. Now, for the person who's skeptical, this does not mean that you're never going to fail. I just had a talk with my nephew yesterday. I'm so proud of my baby. He said, hey, Michelle, you think you could teach me how to start a business? I almost cried. I was like, what? First rule, son, is that you have to be willing to fail. And he was like, what? I said, yeah. And you have to be willing to fail quickly. The more you can just be not attached and just take action on the things you're inspired to do, walk by faith, put everything that you can into it. And if it doesn't work, get unattached, move quickly to the next thing. That's going to make you a great businessman. He was like, really? I said, yeah. So if you go into it with that mindset, because most people go into business, son, and they're like, this thing has to work or I'm gonna die. And then it doesn't work. And they like, oh my God, my life is a failure. Owning a business is not for everyone. And it's just because blah, blah, blah. And they have all these excuses and stories because it didn't work for them. And we don't like rejection. I said, but son, if you can be willing to fail quickly, fail forward, and understand that every failure is teaching you something and it's setting you up for the next thing that you're going to learn. And that's what makes you a great businessman, because you have to have experience. Why? Who just starts and just is excellent? Who just starts a business and, oh my God, I'm perfect. I'm the perfect business person. Not anyone. Right? You have to learn. You have to learn. That's what business is. It grows you up. And he was like, okay, I'm down for that. I'm like, perfect. So we're going to talk about it this week. I'm super excited about helping him. But I wish that someone had told me. And really, that's what God is saying here. Listen, we walk by faith. We don't walk by sight. We walk by faith. We don't walk by what we see. And so here's the deal. It doesn't mean that you're not going to fail. It doesn't mean that you're not going to fumble. That doesn't mean any of that. So some of you guys have lost your faith in God because you thought that you weren't supposed to fall. You thought that you couldn't make any mistakes. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every single day. I'm not perfect, but what I understand is that no one is. And through my imperfections, God is teaching me. There's always a lesson. And so he's just there. And so instead of me saying I give up, I wouldn't want God to give up on me. He's not going to give up on me. So what I just get back up and keep pushing and keep moving forward and just strive to be more into the person that he wants me to be. That's what this is. It's a lifestyle. It's a walk of life, right? And so true. Amen. So yeah, it's like, that's what it's about. So my favorite scripture, 2 Corinthians 5 and 7, it says we walk by faith and not by sight. Now, it says, since we live by the Spirit, let us keep in step with the Spirit. Since we live by the Spirit, how many of you guys know how powerful it is? I want to ask you this week to just try to plug into your spirit, man. Like, God is in every single one of us. All you have to do is invite God into your decision making. Invite God into all these things that you have going on in your life, because you get to choose. And so the more I say, what's my spirit telling me to do? What do I feel led to do? And I do it, and how do you know if it's God or not? If it's not going to cause confusion or and stress, right? If it's not going to actually bring bad things, that's God. God got your back, right? And so, listen, if you walk and talk daily with your spirit, man, you begin to do things that you would have never done. Story of my life. When does a toddler stop trying to walk? Exactly, Sahar. This is why you are my girl. That's what I'm talking about. So listen, don't be, and a lot of people say, I want to be fearless first. I think that's unrealistic. I think that's extremely unrealistic to think that you need to be fearless first. Because I just don't know a moment when I wasn't scared. I'm always scared. I still do it. Okay, so I don't know, for that moment, for you guys who are waiting to be fearless, you may be waiting forever. Just do it anyway. That's what you have to train yourself to do. It's a discipline. It's totally a discipline. Now listen, speaking of discipline, we're going to be talking. So I have 2 opportunities to meet you guys tomorrow. Virtually, which is I have a class tomorrow, and I'm going to be giving you guys the $5,000 every month formula. Okay, what does that mean? That means that if you're not consistently making $5,000 as a minimum in your business, and you have, like, you're behind the chair, you have a service business, we're going to talk about what that looks like. We're going to plan out your numbers, and I want you to knock Q2 out to the park. And so you can't do that without a plan. And so you see me fidgeting, my cord is dying. My phone is dying. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you guys the strategy and the mindset and the worksheets so that you can actually make the plan and stick to the dang plan. Okay, stick to the plan, please, people. Don't take the class and then be like, oh yeah, I already knew. And if you have this thought that you already knew, but you're not making the 5K per month, I suggest you take it again, because you're missing something. If you're not making it, but you know the formula, there's something missing. So I would suggest you actually take this course again. I believe that this course is going to be something that I offer once a month, because, and I don't know, I feel it though, so maybe. But I feel like it's one of those things that you can take, that you should take over and over and over. It's because we get off track. We get to implementing things and then we get off track. And it's an easy track, but we get off. And so then we look up and we're like, oh my God, what happened? I was on good track. So I think this is something that's necessary. And so, yeah, we're going to start that. This will be the first one tomorrow. And the investment is one-time payment of $47. It's going to be online. It's at 6 p.m. tomorrow online. Okay. Now, for those of you who are in Dallas, and you can go to LaKeishaMichelle.com to sign up for that. LaKeishaMichelle.com to sign up for that. And this is, again, helping you create $5,000 in revenue in your business every single month. It needs to be your minimum. You need to do it with ease. You need to understand how it's going to happen. And there's a formula to implement and measure. And for those of you who say, I know how to do this, again, if it's not happening for you consistently, I think you should take this course. It's affordable so that you can take it as many times as you want, right? And so it's going to be my live class tomorrow at 6 p.m. It's virtual. Go to LaKeishaMichelle.com. Somebody type that in the comments for me, LaKeishaMichelle.com, and you'll see the link so that you can sign up. And so also, if you are in Dallas and you want to have a free meetup with me tomorrow, where you can pick my brain about all the stuff you see me talking about here on my channel, LaKeisha Michelle TV, where I talk about life, business, all of that good stuff, so that you can actually grow, right? The way that I have been growing and continuing to grow. I want to share all the good news with you guys. Having a meetup tomorrow, and it's going to be in Uptown, which is near downtown Dallas, and it is free, and you have to RSVP. And listen, if you want to be at this meetup, all you have to do is text 214-675-7115. Send a text that says Dallas Meetup, and I'll get you the information. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be intimate, and we're just going to share. We're going to talk about business and life and productivity and all the things that people send me questions about. I mean, you already know. You send them to me if you follow me and you feel led to come. Definitely, I want to see you. And we make mistakes. We live and learn. Exactly. Hey, Saisha. What's up, Paris and Tamra? Okay, cool. So Jamie, Valencia, Chris, what's going on? Leonard, Brandy, Shella, Nakia, Ricardo, Stephanie. What up, Steph? So listen, tomorrow we have 2 opportunities to meet. Again, 2 opportunities, either at Meet Casino. That's where we're going to be in Uptown. Okay, RSVP at 214-675-7115. It's a free meetup, and it's Ask Me Anything. It's Pick My Brain. All these people who be sending me messages talking about, let's meet up, we need to get together, we need to get together. This will be the moment. Okay, so that will be the moment tomorrow at noon. It's no cost. We're just going to kick back and I'm going to share, right? And then tomorrow online, if you are not consistently making $5,000 a month, if your next goal is $2,000, then you want to get to $5,000, you definitely want to be in this webinar workshop tomorrow. You can go to LaKeishaMichelle.com to actually get the tickets to join. It's a one-time investment of $47. I'm giving you guys the things that I could have done to keep myself on track better, right? And again, my goal for this class is for you to have the system. All you got to do is do the work. I can't make you do the work, but I can definitely tell you what works. And it's the exact system I used when I built a 6-figure business in Dallas. It's what I used when I built the 6-figure business in LA. And it's what I use now to run my 6-figure business, which is now online. It's crazy. So it works when you work it. And so I want to talk about all the things, how you get off track, and then how you get back on track, and then how you are always constantly measuring. So we're going to get into the numbers, the down and dirty numbers, okay? And I want you guys to go to LakeishaMichelle.com and get the details of both classes, right? So you can meet me tomorrow at the webinar workshop at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And then if you can't make it live, listen, you get the replay. So don't panic if you can't make it live. So this is a $5K a month, every month, masterclass, giving you the blueprint that I use. And then tomorrow, if you want to meet up in Uptown, let me know. Text 214-675-7115 and text the word Dallas Meetup. 2 words, Dallas Meetup. And so we can meet up and just fellowship. I love it. I love it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the word this morning, because I sure did. I was like, oh, this is so good. Walk by faith and not by sight. I think that church people are so used to saying it. It's like you don't really understand what that is saying. So I want to challenge you to spend this week. Thank you so much, Sehar. Hey, Steph. I want to challenge you to spend this week walking by faith. Do the things that you feel pulled to do that you normally wouldn't do. That's walking by faith. And when you walk by faith and when you do those things that you feel pulled to do, you're going to notice that you're like, oh my God. When you decide to step out on faith, that's when you're going to meet God. That's when you're going to be like, I did it. That's God. God is not, it's not some big boom magical moment. He's with you always. And so the whole point is, because he's with you always, every single step you take, he's right there. You're going to be like, man, this feels good. I actually did it. And it's those small incremental walks of faith and trusting, right? You walk by faith and then you trust that God's going to show up. And don't be hearing all that other stuff like, oh my God, I look stupid. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Oh my God, oh my God. Don't worry about it. Walk by faith. Do the things you feel led to do. Do the things you feel led to do. And your first step out on faith is not going to get you some $1 million situation. Maybe it will, but for the most part, it's going to get you a small breakthrough. But guess what? 10 small breakthroughs make a massive breakthrough, right? And that's how it works. It's a day-to-day thing. You're trusting. Welcome, Lisa. I see you just joined the masterclass. Guys, go to LakeishaMichelle.com to get the masterclass for $5,000 every month income. If that's what your goal is right now, and you've been taking all the $10,000 classes and the 6-figure classes, but you realize, like, can I get 5,000 consistently? Can I get 2,500 consistently? Because that's where most people are. I realize. Let's just focus on that, right? Love you guys. So, listen, I challenge you this week to walk by faith and not by sight. Don't worry about what you see. Just take action and trust that God has your back, and he's never going to lead you anywhere that he won't be. All right? So I love you guys. Holla back. Of course, I'll see you tomorrow morning with the good tea, and probably later on today because I live stream all the dang time. I love you guys. Make sure you walk by faith and not by sight. Peace out.